They were stars we grew up with, voices that filled our radios.
D'habitude, sans bruit, je quitte la...
Faces we saw on screen, icons that felt untouchable.
Security officer found the guest not breathing, no pulse.
But in the blink of an eye, everything changed. These weren't the slow fades of time or illness. These were brutal, sudden, and shocking departures that left fans stunned and grieving. This video is a haunting tribute to celebrities that died in freak accidents. She was the original It Girl, the silent screen siren whose beauty captivated audiences and defined an era. But what really happened to Olive Thomas that tragic night in Paris? It was September 1920. Olive, just 25, had the world at her feet, celebrated from the Ziegfeld Follies, married to Jack Pickford, and adored by millions. She and Jack traveled to Paris for a second honeymoon to rekindle their turbulent romance. After a night of drinking and revelry, tragedy struck. At the Hotel Ritz, Olive ingested mercury bichloride, a topical medication prescribed for Jack's syphilis, mistaking it for water or a sleeping tonic due to its French label. She screamed for help, but despite doctors' efforts at the American hospital in Neuilly-sur-Seine, she succumbed 5 days later to acute nephritis caused by mercury poisoning. Her death was ruled accidental, though rumors swirled about suicide or foul play. Olive's passing sparked Hollywood's first major scandal, complete with press frenzy and conspiracy theories about marital strife and drug-fueled orgies. Thousands mourned her at her funeral. Her legacy endures not only in film history, but also in folklore. To this day, stagehands at New York's New Amsterdam Theater claim to see Olive's ghost, a radiant figure in green clutching a blue bottle, haunting the place where her stardom began. She was fierce, funny, and unforgettable as Santana on Glee.
Oh, if I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on...
But Naya Rivera's most powerful role was as a mother. On July 8, 2020, Naya and her 4-year-old son Josie rented a boat at California's Lake Piru. After swimming together, their boat began drifting due to wind. Naya managed to lift Josie back onto the boat but struggled to climb aboard herself. Exhausted, she raised her arm and called for help before disappearing beneath the water.
We have a missing person. We found a little girl in one of the boats by herself, and her mom's nowhere to be found.
5 days later, search teams recovered her body. Investigators ruled it an accidental drowning, concluding that Naya used her last strength to save her son, a final act of selfless love. She was not wearing a life vest at the time. Naya's passing at just 33 years old shocked fans worldwide. Her heroic final moments remind us that true heroes don't always wear capes. They simply put others first. He was the embodiment of peak fitness, a model, actor, and motivational speaker whose energy seemed boundless. But Greg Plitt's relentless drive led to a tragic end. Born in 1977, Greg's journey was extraordinary. A graduate of West Point, he served as a U.S. Army Ranger before transitioning to a career that saw him grace over 250 fitness magazine covers. His chiseled physique became the body model for Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen. On January 17, 2015, while filming a promotional video in Burbank, California, Greg's pursuit of the perfect shot turned fatal. Misjudging the train's path, he was struck and killed. Greg Plitt's legacy is a testament to living life with passion and purpose, reminding us of the fine line between ambition and caution. Claude François, affectionately known as Clo-Clo, was a French pop icon whose electrifying performances and timeless songs captivated audiences in the 1960s and 70s. Born in Ismailia, Egypt in 1939 to French parents, François spent his early years near the Suez Canal before moving to France during political unrest. He rose to fame with hits like Bells, Bells, Bells,
Belle, belle, belle comme le jour.
a song later adapted by Paul Anka into the global classic My Way, famously performed by Frank Sinatra. Known for his meticulous perfectionism, François constantly reinvented himself, transitioning from rock and roll covers to disco hits such as Alexandrie Alexandra. Tragically, on March 11, 1978, François died at age 39 after being electrocuted while attempting to fix a light fixture in his Paris apartment with wet feet. His sudden death shocked fans worldwide. Selling over 70 million records during and after his career, François remains a legendary figure in French music, remembered for his vibrant artistry and enduring legacy. Jack Cassidy was the epitome of charm and talent, a Tony Award-winning actor and singer whose suave persona captivated audiences on both stage and screen. Born in Richmond Hill, New York in 1927, Cassidy rose to fame with standout performances in Broadway hits like She Loves Me, earning multiple Tony nominations and winning the award for She Loves Me in 1964. His television career was equally impressive, with Emmy-nominated roles such as He and She and memorable appearances as a cunning murderer in the detective series Columbo. Cassidy's portrayal of John Barrymore in W.C. Fields and Me showcased his ability to embody urbane egotists with effortless charisma. Offstage, Cassidy's personal life was as dramatic as his career. He was father to teen idol David Cassidy from his first marriage to Evelyn Ward, and had 3 sons, Sean, Patrick, and Ryan, with actress Shirley Jones during his second marriage. Despite his success, Cassidy struggled with bipolar disorder and alcoholism later in life. On December 12, 1976, tragedy struck when he fell asleep with a lit cigarette in his West Hollywood apartment, causing a fire that claimed his life at just 49 years old. Cassidy's legacy endures through his artistic contributions and the continued success of his talented family in entertainment. She captivated audiences with her dynamic roles and fearless authenticity. But Anne Heche's life came to a sudden and tragic end that left Hollywood in mourning. Born in 1969, Anne's rise to fame was marked by standout performances in films like Donnie Brasco and 6 Days, 7 Nights. Her personal life often made headlines, notably her relationship with Ellen DeGeneres, which challenged Hollywood norms. On August 5, 2022, Anne's car crashed into a Los Angeles home, igniting a fire that engulfed both vehicle and residence. Trapped for approximately 45 minutes, she suffered severe smoke inhalation and burns. Despite medical efforts, Anne was declared brain dead on August 11 and removed from life support on August 14. She was 53. Anne Heche's legacy is one of talent, resilience, and a commitment to living her truth, leaving an indelible mark on the entertainment industry.
More tonight about the sudden death of beloved actor and comedian Bob Saget tonight.
He was America's dad, a comedian whose humor spanned generations. But Bob Saget's sudden departure left fans worldwide in shock. Born in 1956 in Philadelphia, Saget's early aspirations leaned toward medicine, but the allure of comedy proved irresistible.
I actually have been circumcised 9 times. Enjoy the calamari.
He became a household name as Danny Tanner on Full House, the quintessential nurturing father. Later, he showcased his comedic versatility by hosting America's Funniest Home Videos and voicing the future Ted Mosby in How I Met Your Mother. On January 9, 2022, while on a stand-up tour in Florida, Saget was found unresponsive in his Orlando hotel room.
A security officer found the guest not breathing, no pulse.
Authorities found no signs of foul play or drug use. An autopsy later revealed he had suffered accidental head trauma, likely from a fall, leading to his untimely passing at 65. Bob Saget's legacy is one of laughter, warmth, and an indelible mark on the world of entertainment. Their lights burned bright and went out far too soon. The randomness of these tragedies reminds us just how fragile life truly is. One moment they were performing, creating, living, and the next, they were gone. Freak accidents by nature are unexpected and devastating, and these losses hit hard because they feel so unfair. Which one of these stories struck you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to keep exploring the bittersweet, beautiful, and sometimes heartbreaking legacy of those we've lost, hit that subscribe button, because remembering them keeps a piece of their magic alive. Until next time, stay safe and keep their memory burning bright.